For your Advocacy and Action group project, you should first have reached out to your group members by this point, and secondly, read the entire description of what the project entails. But I will go over a little bit about the finer details that you all need to be aware of before you start your project. And then at the end of this video, I will give you the questions that you need to respond to in order to receive credit for this assignment. So first, you should know that the Advocacy and Action project involves 4 different elements, the first of which is your group team report, which is worth 100 points. And then you also have a group creative presentation video. And then your third element is an individual peer evaluation assignment. And the fourth element is an individual self-evaluation essay. So we're going to go through those 4 elements now. And then, like I said, I'll give you the questions that you need to respond to and submit to me to receive the 25 points for this assignment. So to start with, you need to familiarize yourself with the rubric for both of your group assignments. So you have a rubric for the team report, and then you have a rubric for the group creative video presentation. So in the report rubric, you have 3 different sections, the first of which is a description of the campaign, the second is implementation and effectiveness, and the third is research. So in order to receive up to 100 points, you need to, or between 90 and 100 points, you need to be in the proficient column of this rubric for those 3 sections. So the description of your campaign, you need to tell me what social issue you guys chose and which nonprofit organization you paired with. You need to tell me about the nonprofit organization, where is it located, who do they serve, and you need to show me that you have researched the nonprofit as well as the social issue, which is your third column here. So in your research, you can have also researched which social media platforms you would find to be most effective for this type of campaign. So you can see that the research can fall into both the description of the campaign and the implementation and effectiveness. So in your implementation and effectiveness, you need to tell me which platform you chose and why, what type of audience does that platform reach, and then you need to have included the at least five social media posts that you created as a group. They need to be unique posts to your group alone and not one that you borrow from the nonprofit organization. And one of those posts needs to be an infographic. So when you're posting these, you need to try and make them appealing to the audience that you are attempting to reach. How are you educating them with these posts? And you are also, it's important to know that you should not use your nonprofit organization's any kind of symbol without their approval first. So that is your team report. Again, the 3 sections are description of campaign, implementation and effectiveness, and research. You need to have 4 scholarly sources for your research that you will also use in your creative presentation. So for the creative presentation rubric, you also have educational content, video, and research. So you'll see that the research overlaps. You can use the same research, but in the video, you need to cite your research. So the video part is how creative is your presentation. This should not be a PowerPoint slide with someone talking about each slide. This also should not be a speech. So it shouldn't be one person standing in front of a camera reading the report. You need to design either an animated presentation please see the example that's posted on Canvas, or you can design some sort of skit that you and your group members, or you can recruit friends to help you. It just needs to be creative in the way that you are educating us on your social issue as well as the nonprofit organization you paired with. So again, the 3 sections for your video presentation are educational content, video, and research. And for that research, you need to verbally cite it as you use it throughout your presentation. So you need 4 sections in which you say, homelessness has reached a height of 58% of the population. And then you tell me that's from the Denton Reporter or whatever newspaper it's from. So you verbally cite it throughout your presentation. So those are your 2 group assignments. You have the group team report, which is worth 100 points, and then you have the group creative presentation, which is worth 50 points. Again, you need to familiarize yourself with those rubrics. That is how these assignments are being graded. So then the next 2, so the last 2 of the 4 are individual assignments. So you have first the peer evaluations, which there are 5 different categories in which you're evaluating each member of your group. Let me say that again. If you have 5 members in your group, including yourself, you should be sending me 4 different people and how you rank them on the 5 different categories. So you give Amy a 4, you give Betty a 3, you give Charles a 2, and you give Dan a 4. It shouldn't be one number for the entire group. And on top of that, for the peer evaluations, you'll be reflecting on 3 different questions that are listed in the prompt. So the peer evaluation is an individual assignment, and it is worth 50 points. And then finally, you have your self-evaluation essay. This is worth 100 points. There are 5 different prompts in which you will respond to in a 3 to 4 page double-spaced essay. So this is an essay format. You will write this on your own, and you will respond to those 5 different questions that are listed in the assignment details. So you have, for individual assignments, the peer evaluation that is worth 50 points. If you don't submit this, you get an automatic 0. And then you have the individual self-evaluation essay, which is worth 100 points. So now I am going to tell you the questions that you need to respond to and submit in order to receive credit for this instructional the instructor informational video response. So I'm now going to give you 5 questions that you need to respond to and submit to me in order to receive the 25 points for this assignment. So your first question is, what are the 3 sections of the Advocacy in Action presentation rubric? So that's the creative video presentation. I need you to tell me what are the 3 different sections that you are going to be graded on in that rubric. So that's question number 1. Question number 2 is, what are the 3 sections of the Advocacy in Action report rubric? So you have 3 sections in your team report rubric. It's attached to that assignment. Tell me what the 3 sections are. So again, question number 2, what are the 3 sections in the team report rubric? So question number 3, what is the expected length of your creative video presentation? What is the expected length of your creative video presentation? So that's one of the group assignments. Question number 4, how many references are you expected to have in your team report and presentation? So question number 4, how many references are you expected to have in your team report and presentation? So how many scholarly sources? And your final question is a 2-parter. Which assignments within the Advocacy and Action Project are group assignments? And which assignments are individual assignments? So you have 4 assignments total. Which assignments in the project are group assignments? And which assignments are individual assignments? So that is question number 5. So you have 5 questions that you need to respond to from this video, and you submit for the instructor, informational video response.